Hello and welcome back to Scale War Machines. Well, it's been a while. Yes, I took a bit of a prolonged break from the channel. And in this video I'm going to explain what I was up to, what happened whilst I was away and what came in, as well as what the plans are for the future on the channel. Let's get started. So, welcome back to the Workbench, and there are signs of life. I have been doing a bit of modelling, which is a great thing because it was certainly a while that I was away. Life just seems to be so busy these days, and it's nice to have spent a little bit of time just playing around with these two 1/24th scale car kits just to get me back into it. And of course I wanted to make an update for all my subscribers. Well, what happened was, in November, I suddenly had to embark on a major project, which was not modelling related. Life got in the way because I ended up trying to install a kitchen. And I can say it was fairly successful. Now, I know you haven't tuned in to learn about this, but what I would say that's interesting from a modelling point of view is a lot of the skills I'd learned in model making were applicable. There were quite a few bumps and bruises and challenges, but I realised that the skills I'd learned both making things but principally as a model maker really helped me out. So the faith that things will be alright, that you can pretty much remedy everything, problem solving and thinking around different challenges, I realised a lot of that kind of patience and skill comes from a hobby like model making, and it helped me to, in many cases, overcome problems and challenges. So it's just another example of how model making is a fantastic hobby. In the end, the kitchen was installed in time for the people who are moving in. Would I do it again? I'm not really sure. I did save some money. I did learn some new skills. It was really rewarding and interesting. There it is. But in many ways, I'd rather be doing this kind of thing. So the good news is I'm back at the Workbench and I can focus a bit more on my YouTube activities, and I'm very excited about that. So let's work our way through all the things that have happened whilst I've been away and what's come in and some news, because there is plenty to discuss. And indeed, we may even build this, which I received from YouTube, together if I have time at the end. So what's been happening whilst you've been away? Well, principally airbrush related, but also some other little discoveries. So let me talk you through the things I got most excited about. The first thing is that I've added to my Badger airbrush collection with another Sotar. If you're interested in Sotars, they're an airbrush made by Badger, and I've got a little bit of a collection and I've featured them in other videos. And sometime a few months ago, I can't remember when, I saw that they were releasing a limited edition gunmetal, I guess you'd call it, version of the Sotar 2020. I really like these airbrushes, so if you're curious about them, I suggest you check out the video I made. And when I saw they were doing a special edition limited run 2024 commemorative version, I just had to snap it up. I'll put the price I paid on screen, but as usual, if you're curious about how to get badges at good prices, it's definitely worth subscribing to their mailing list, as that's how I found out about this. And in fact, I noticed they brought out a side feed Sotar. Now, I've not had great experience with low run side feed airbrushes from Badger. This is their extreme sidewinder, and it does have a persistent leak around the cup, so I will probably not be getting the side feed Sotar, but I am very pleased to have this to add to my collection, to the gold one and the normal black one. So you'll be seeing this appear in various videos. If you're curious about how it performs, check out my past videos. But yeah, very excited to see that came in just at the end of last year, and you'll be seeing a lot more of it on the channel. In other news, I made an important discovery. This is the Iwata HP-TH. Now, it's an airbrush I absolutely love. It's got a fan nozzle attachment and this cup here, which is of a small volume. Now, I've used this airbrush, well, it's almost a spray gun really, but it's an airbrush that just lives, trigger airbrush that lives between spray guns and airbrushes. Now, I've used this for all sorts of things, loads of models. It's excellent for coverage. I've also used it on my car projects on the other YouTube channel, and it's fantastic. But one of the problems I have with spot repairs with this was it didn't have much fluid capacity. So when I was looking into this, I saw that Iwata does a larger cup, 150 ml cup. It's quite expensive, but I discovered that the GSI or Mr Hobby Procon large fluid cup also fits the Iwata HP-TH. I wasn't sure about it, so I took a punt and I ordered it from Plaza in Japan, and after about 3 weeks it arrived. I'm pleased to confirm that the Procon cup does indeed fit the Iwata HP-TH. So if you're a modeler who's doing perhaps slightly bigger projects like a big torpedo boat or a train or lots of landscapes, having this kind of huge paint reservoir could be really useful. And I know for a fact this is going to be massively useful for when I spray larger subjects like spot repairs on vehicles. So really excited to have that, and I felt it's a little tip that's worth sharing with everyone. This was substantially cheaper. I think it came altogether about £42 with shipping. So yeah, little tip for you owners and users of HP-TH is if you want to access a bigger paint cup, you don't have to buy the Iwata one. You can get this one. In other news, I received this from Gaahleri. This is another one of their special editions, and this is the Majestic Snake collection. Again, these may still be available, I'm not sure, but what it contains is a special version of their Mobius trigger gun, which has a special finish, and also the box set contains, of course, their premium Mobius SP as well, which is a Siphon feed airbrush. So these are new additions. I have reviewed the Mobius before, and I'll be featuring these. I'm not sure of the usefulness of a full review because these are limited editions, but there were 500 of them produced. I'm going to do a dedicated video looking at all my different fan and wide surface area spraying airbrushes and compare them and talk about the distinction and what I like about pistol trigger airbrushes as opposed to top trigger airbrushes. It's better to review that within a wider video around trigger airbrushes and compare with different brands and so on. It's good that Gaahleri have released 2 new exciting Mobius branded airbrushes to build on their Mobius release that I've featured in previous videos. Okay, now these are worth mentioning. My mate Herbie got these for me. Now these are Parabellum white metal figures, and they're 1/48 scale. I can find one of them for you over here who's on a base. Now these you can get from the Quarter Kit website over in France, and also they're available at Parabellum Models in Birmingham in the UK. But they're fantastic little white metal figures. Now I'll show you some detail shots, and I have a plan to build a diorama with this Citron and this old Verlinden drawbridge and a Cromwell I'm working on. That will probably live on the bridge. I'll squeeze that in there. That will live on there. I've got some of these 1/48 scale figures which are really nice. Let me take some out and position them. You get a sense of what's available in this little known range. They are a bit hard to come by, but they are great with nice levels of detail. I'll shoot you some close-ups. Some of them come with separate arms, you can see there, and some of them are completely integrated. And then we've got some soldiers resting there. What else we got? Got walking soldiers as well with separate helmets. Some have the integrated helmets, some of them are separate. But you get an idea the range and quality of these white metal figurines. But it's interesting to see that you can get some decent 1/48 scale figures. The plan is to use the Cromwell I'm building over here. So if you're struggling for 1/48 scale figurines, these references are available either online from the French website or by going to Parabellum Models are an excellent option for you. I was really excited to see those, so thanks to my mate Herbie for finding those. But it's really exciting to be back at the Workbench, to have some new projects lined up, and of course I've got a whole batch of videos that will be coming out shortly. I'll try and release them as often as I can from all my back catalogue of stuff that I've filmed over the years. I've got more figure videos, I've got a few more reviews and a few more airbrush show episodes, and of course more modelling as well. So stay tuned, thanks for watching, thanks for listening and subscribing and supporting the channel. It does mean a lot to me. And so yes, I shall see you next time. Thanks for watching and bye.
Subscribe for our latest videos.